Do all children who've been to the wandering school then go on to school?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They go to big schools. Remember now, these kids that are coming in these wandering schools are kids that are from poorest or impoverished communities, really, and they are being looked after. I noticed that you did mention on that video talking about grannies and the HIV. Some of these women were women that are and still are in being with HIV. So grannies were looking after these kids, and that's how even the garden started to say, we can actually do more. Grannies, again, can't you have a small garden in your area, and that's how the garden also started to form groups of these grannies that are looking after these kids, to say, have something. And that's how economic skills were born out, to say, let's give them skills. Let's not do only the garden, but let's also give them skills that they can be able, to feed their families. But obviously it's not always something that is enough, so we are living in times that are trying to chase the balance between a rent and the food, and but as long as if they have something, to sustain them, because the skill is about sustaining somebody. If you bring your torn jacket, I can sew it. So if I'm giving you a skill to sew something, you can be able to sew, and you can be able to generate income. If I'm giving you a skill to bake a cake, scones, you can actually put those in the bucket, go and sell it on the streets, in the schools, wherever. If you have a garden, you can eat from that garden, but you can also sell your vegetables within the community. So everything, it links together, and also you are generating, but you are also equipping staff. You are also trying to sustain them to move from that being the poorest, or from not having anything, to say you cannot go to bed, without anything. You can always go in your garden and get your spinach, come back and cook your spinach, So if you don't have onions, you can always go in your garden and take onions from there and come back and cook your pot, So basically that's that.
So, I'm sorry, another question.
No problem.
In Ashbourne, lots of grannies look after their grandchildren, but they're all in their 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Some are in their 50s. Some are. Sorry, Yvonne. You are exceptional in so many ways, Yvonne. You are exceptional.
I know my cake said 60, but...
Yes.
So, how old are these grannies?
Oh my God. 60, 70, 50, you name them.
Yes.
As long as if they are still able to walk and come. Remember, if they come to Phakamisa to get these skills, some of them, we've got some that have been there for a number of years. They are not just coming now to learn the skill because they know all the skills. They are well equipped, but they are also coming to distress. Remember that we are facing with so many challenges in our home. These grandkids, once they grow up, some they are involved in drugs, and with all these activities. So when they come, you get to hear all these stories, that it's no longer about learning a skill, but it's about socializing and be able to have somebody that I can pour my heart to. And hence we have morning devotions in the morning. Before we head to classes, we have morning devotions whereby they are also given time to express, or if they need a prayer, or if maybe they want to thank God, they are given that time, or if they want to light a candle for somebody, they are given that opportunity to do so, So you get to hear these stories from there, to say, okay, no, this is the story, So it helps again, because it helps you to be able to identify the issues that are there within that community, to say, oh, maybe there is something that we can do about this, then you intervene, so.
Thank you.
I think I've got a question, and perhaps Molly, can you get that globe off the top there? Could you tell us where in South Africa?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Can you reach, Molly? Yeah. So perhaps if you could show us where in South Africa.
Oh my God! Remember that I don't have my glasses.
No, you've not got.
Oh God, I don't have my glasses. I can see that.
I think it's tiny.
Okay, in South Africa, right at the bottom.
Anywhere, nobody will know.
It's right over there.
Somewhere there.
So it's on the west coast, is it? It's near the Atlantic Ocean.
You see that, Molly?
South,
East Coast.
yeah, it's East Coast.
East,
Even if you put it on here, I don't have my glasses. This
Oh, I'm
lighting is
sorry.
very tiny.
it's on the east coast, is it?
Yes.
And what's the geography like? What sort of? I take it it's warm. It's hot.
It is hot. It actually seasons are very perfect, if I may put it that way, but because of the change of the seasons, again, sometimes it gets too hectic, because for the past 2 years we have been having heavy rains that will destroy our granny's gardens, and we'll have to start afresh, so sometimes it's too hot, but at least if there is water, you can always, put some water on your vegetables. But in overall, it's not that bad. It's not bad at all. Actually, it's a nice weather. Everybody recommends the weather.
But you did suffer from snowstorms.
We did
Did you say
currently
Durban?
first time.
Is that where you are?
Durban.
Yeah, Durban.
Durban.
5 miles.
KwaZulu Natal. And so we did suffer with snow this year. For the not first time. I think it's the third time now we experienced
Very fragile roofs on their wandering schools. And obviously, the weight of the snow brought them down.
Exactly, and it destroyed the roof of our wandering schools, the windows, and we have to repair every now and again, because they are too old. You constantly have to repair if it's being affected by the weather conditions. Then you have to repair over and over again. But yeah.
I think you're quite prone to floods also.
Yeah.
Not easy with the windy if you ever.
Exactly. You are like, I wonder what will be the story after this. when this shifts away, you wonder what's gonna be the news, But yeah, that's us.
Do you have a favourite holiday or celebration, and what makes it special?
Unfortunately, I don't. I really don't, except that maybe for my birthday. Yeah, my birthday. My birthday is always special because it's my birthday, guys. Whether I'm sitting in bed, it's my birthday.
What makes your birthday special to you?
Because I was born on that day. Because I was born on that day. For the mere fact that I don't know if maybe there is another person that was born on the 13th. But in my head, and in my heart, I'm the only one on the 13th, in the 9th month, so it's always special to me. I don't have any, because we don't have much money. Sometimes you'd want to say, I am going to celebrate And obviously you end up not celebrating because you don't have money to celebrate. You are thinking about, oh, I need to put electricity, I need to pay for water, I need to. So you end up not celebrating as much as you want. But as long as if I have a cake, then I'm good. Cake there, it's my birthday. Put a candle, make a wish. That's it. We'll make a wish for my cake. So yeah.
Do any young people want to ask a question? Because we've only got a few more minutes, haven't we? So, any of you?
Do you want to ask yours?
Anyone?
Go on then. You ask yours, Molly.
Have you ever seen an animal that? Have you ever seen an animal in the wild that surprised you?
Yes.
So I'll just repeat Molly's question in case it didn't pick up. Have you ever seen an animal in the wild that surprised you?
Yes.
What kind of animal?
It was an elephant.
Oh.
It was just
wow.
in front of me. We went to Hluhluwe Game Reserve, and we decided that we're not gonna take their traveling car inside the forest. We decided we're gonna take our own car and drive, not the game drive car. So we drove. And obviously, as you are driving, you'll see animals moving around. We were hoping that we were going to see a lion that day. But apparently we did not see the lion, but there were lots of elephants. So when we came to this tiny road, it was so tiny, it's sort of a bridge. Then this crowd of elephants, they were moving, but obviously you can't rev your car. You can't make any noise if they are moving around because they might twist it up. You know, they get annoyed if we are twisting it up. If we are putting that accelerator on your car, they just, or if you are putting a hood on it, they just toss your car or stamp a foot on your car. So they were moving, and I was like, the window is here. I don't want to take a picture. I don't want anything. Let them move. It's okay if they're walking there. Not here. Not here.
They were close to the car, were they?
It was close to the car. They were moving around the window and moving right in front of us. And I'm like, oh no, this baby is so huge. Even my house is very tiny. I'm like, hell no. Hell no. No wonder they are calling them the
Have you
kings
got another
of the
question, Molly?
forest.
Well, Molly's got another question.
You've got another
Got one
one.
then, go for it, Molly. Oh, no, right way round.
If you could eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Meat.
Just meat. All meat.
Meat.
You must ask a chicken, beef, or lamb, or
Yeah,
What's your favourite
Beef.
meat?
Beef.
Beef.
Is that you? Yeah.
Beef. Not chicken. Beef. Not mutton. Beef.
What about the kids in your
in
schools?
the school, yeah.
In the
Yeah,
schools.
do the parents support those kids?
Majority of those kids are kids that are living with grannies. Some of those kids, they are coming from child-headed families, which makes it even more difficult. Some, they don't get, as I was explaining, it's a different scenario, and I always say we don't explain it right. We can try to explain it to sound right, and I believe if you see it, then you get the feel without somebody explaining to you. You know that, oh, okay, breathe in, breathe out. You know, give them love. So there is no support whatsoever, because even the grannies, they are not working. Where are they getting money? If they are getting the grant from the government, it's just a teensy-weensy just to feed the family. And some of them, they are numbered in one room, 7, 8 people living in one room, you know. So it's difficult out there. It is difficult out there. At one stage, I think this was in 2021 when I started 2021, or if not 2021, 2022. I just after the COVID, there was unrest. Just after COVID, then I get to learn that in one of the wandering schools, this child was staying with her granny. Her granny was not getting a grant from government because she did not know how to speak. So she was not getting anything to support herself. Mind you, it's a granny around about 70s and living with this child. Then I was told, before I hear a story of not getting a grant, pension grant, I was given a picture. A picture was sent to me to say this is the house that they are living in. It was just a mess, and we were approaching floods on that year. We had severe rain, and I was shown that this is the picture of the house. It really torn me apart, just to see that somebody can live in such a condition. Sorry. With a child. It's a sale. I don't know what you call it here, but that house it's made of. It was a sail right round that had got holes inside. Okay, I don't have data. I would have shown you on my on the Facebook page. I would have shown you where they were living, and it just turned me upside down. It turned my mind and my heart upside down. Just thinking that a whole human being could live in such a condition. And thinking about this little girl who could be raped. And they were only surviving through this porridge that we were giving in this wandering school.
That's a bit hard. Yeah.